Morning, love. The van's here to take you to court. How's he doing today?
He was upset in the night again. Just kept waking up and crying.
Maybe he's picking up on your stress.
No, I'm worried about him. He hasn't been right for ages now.
Does he feel hot?
I don't know, a bit. Could it be his anemia?
We'll get him checked out while you're in court.
I don't want to leave him.
I know, sweetheart. But Frankie will be fine with us. Are you ready to go?
Could I have a few minutes with him?
I'll tell them you're on the loo.
Now, Frankie, listen to me. Mummy's gonna have to go for a bit, okay? But I'm gonna be back soon. I promise you. I promise, okay? This'll be my lucky charm.
A valued member of staff, largely punctual, friendly, and I would say overall reliable.
Thank you, Mr. Cropper. Thank you. Your witness, Mr. Poyser.
Mr. Cropper, could you please explain to the court how you recently ended up in prison?
Well, I was arrested by the police.
What was the reason for the arrest?
Well, the police were under the mistaken impression that I had murdered Lauren, the defendant.
And yet, she wasn't dead.
Clearly not. Although it was a blessed relief to find that she was, in the end, safe and well.
Whilst you were suffering the torment of incarceration.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
How did you cope with prison, Mr. Cropper?
It was deeply unpleasant.
And how long did you remain in prison due to the actions of the defendant?
Your Honour, my learned friend knows full well that it is not the fault of the defendant that Mr. Cropper was held in remand. Sit down, Miss Wadsworth. I will not tell you again. Please carry on, Mr. Poyser.
If the defendant had simply told the authorities she was alive, you would have been released straight away. Is that not true, Mr. Cropper?
It is my understanding that she did attempt to alert them via the telephone.
1 call, 2 calls, emails, letters, a fax, perhaps. Did she turn up in person?
Well, no, I don't believe she did. But I do understand that she attempted to contact me directly.
She attempted?
Well, Lauren said the call rang out.
And she didn't call back?
I don't think so.
So in some ways, your continued incarceration was a direct consequence of the inaction of the defendant. Would you agree?
Yeah, I can't dispute the logic of that statement, no.
And how would you characterize such behavior?
I'm not sure.
I might be able to help you. It arguably points to someone who is willing to conceal the truth for a lengthy period of time.
Well, I suppose technically that would be correct, yes.
Very helpful. No further questions.
You may leave the witness box now, Mr. Cropper.
Look, I'm sorry. I feel I may have inadvertently misled the court.
How so?
Look, Lauren is not a violent person.
And yet, She admits killing Joel Deering by hitting him over the head with a rock. An undeniably violent act.
And the plea is self-defense. Defense of others. Preventing the murder of her friend, as my learned friend well knows.
Irrespective of what may or may not have happened, Lauren is a decent person. She's a good soul who has been unfairly treated by life and yet remains kind and caring and thoughtful.
No, she isn't. If she's so kind and caring, how come she attacked me last night? She's lying. I never touched her.
Lauren.
There were witnesses. One of the guards saw her threatening me.
Can we please remove this person from the court?
I've got her name. When did I even have the chance to do that, eh? She's dangerous. I'm telling you. I was scared for my kid and all. You need to send her down before she hurts someone else. Her name was Kathy. Kathy Trafford.
Members of the jury, you are to disregard everything we have just heard. It does not constitute evidence. That's all I know. They just said he's got a very high temperature.
I need to go.
Oh, you can't.
My little boy needs me, Maya.
Yeah, and you're in the middle of a murder trial.
I don't care about that.
If you go, it will not look good to the jury.
What, even if my baby's ill? Look, don't understand.
I know this is hard, Lauren. I do. Look, Frankie's in really good hands, yeah? And there's nothing you can do.
I can be with him.
I strongly have to advise against it.
Can you not just get a retrial or something? Look, I'll come back tomorrow, I promise. If he's better, I will.
It doesn't work like that, Lauren. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. Come on.
Strike, Mr. Deering?
Just once.
And you say Mr. Deering was holding you from behind?
Yeah, he was strangling me. He was gonna kill me.
So you were facing away from Mr. Deering? How could you see the defendant?
What?
Mr. Deering was struck from behind. The defendant was behind both you and Mr. Deering. So how could you possibly see how many blows were struck?
Well, because I could feel it. I could hear it. She just hit him once, and then he let go of my neck.
This court has heard evidence from a forensic pathologist who stated that due to the nature of the wounds, it's highly likely that 2 blows were struck in quick succession.
Well, I don't know, do I? Because he was strangling me. I mean, if your mate is being killed, you have to try and stop it. It doesn't matter how many times you hit them. Still the right thing to do.
You were recently convicted of terrorist-related offences, were you not?
Your Honour, if I may... Miss Wadsworth, as you well know, I granted the prosecution permission to introduce evidence on this matter prior to trial. Carry on, Mr. Poyser.
You were part of a right-wing group with racist views who planted a bomb in a van with the intention of killing your friends and neighbours. Is that not correct?
Well, yeah, but we tried to stop it.
We?
Me and Lauren.
So the defendant was a member of the gang as well?
Oh, yeah, but...
Your Honour, my client was not charged with any offences relating to those matters.
So this was another occasion on which you conspired with the defendant to commit criminal acts?
No, that was her dad. That wasn't her.
Conspired with her to murder innocent people?
Right, can you just stop it? Stop it. She did not murder Joel. She saved my life. I would not be here if it wasn't for her. She's a good person. She's a good mum.
No further questions.
Tell him I
If you
spoke.
don't
I think he's
speak
a
up,
bully.
we won't hear you.
He's just doing his job. This is the process.
Miss Bolton,
Examination, cross-examination.
Yeah, well, it's
loudly
not
enough for the
his
whole
job
court to hear your
to be so
response.
aggressive, isn't it? I mean, she's the victim in all this.
I'd like to ask you some further questions regarding what you say your movements were on the night Mr. Deering died. I understand this is traumatic for you, but it's important.
I just want my baby.
Is everything okay, Miss Bolton? Would you like some water?
No. It's fine, I'll carry on.
Could you tell the court why you were tracking Joel Deering's phone?
In case he came looking for me.
Or was it so that you could go looking for him?
No.
But you did go looking for him, didn't you, on the night he was killed? You found him, you and Mr. Turner,
Yeah, but
and you killed him, didn't you?
See?
that's not how it was.
See, he's hassling.
Entirely understandable.
He's not giving
given
her
what he
the
put
time
you
to
through.
answer the
You hit him
questions. I mean, that's
once,
not fair, is
and
it?
then you hit him again to make sure you'd finished the job.
No.
Make sure he couldn't come after you and your baby.
No.
And then you lied to cover up what you'd done, didn't you? Pretended it was your accomplice, Max Turner, who delivered the fatal blow.
We had to...
This wasn't a case of self-defense at all, was it, Miss Bolton?
Yes, it was. I was saving Max.
This was a cold-blooded and calculated attack on Mr. Deering for no other reason than revenge and retribution.
No, it wasn't.
This was murder!
It weren't planned. I swear to you, it weren't planned. The way Joel were going for Max, I had to do something. You lot, you didn't know him like I did. A man that when he looked at me, the things he did to me, I was scared. I was so scared. Max was dying. Joel weren't going to stop. They were killing him.
Revenge, Miss Bolton.
No. No.
Revenge against a deplorable man who treated you brutally.
I never wanted revenge. I just wanted it to end.
By that you mean Joel Deering. You wanted to end his life, and so you did.
No.
This was Miss Bolton's justice, was it not? For your son, for yourself?
He was trying to murder someone right in front of me. What don't you get about that? I mean, let's face it, women like me, girls like me, we don't get justice. No, we have to find other ways to survive, and we have to live with that.
Except you didn't live with it, did you? On this occasion, you let it fester and fester until eventually you snapped and took the law into your own hands.
Please, I need to get back to my Frankie.
Oh, it's convenient, isn't it? That each time my questions get a little tougher, a little closer to the truth, you cry for your baby.
My baby is sick. Don't do that. Don't look down on your nose at me like that. What do you know? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're not a parent, are you? You're not a father. No, you're just a stone-cold, arrogant little...
Miss Bolton, I ask that you control your language in my courtroom.
You can insult me all you wish, Miss Bolton.
Yeah, I will.
Enough.
You don't know anything about me. You don't know what it's like to be filled with hate. To dig that out of you. To believe that you've stopped it. You've stopped your own dad from abusing you. And then you finally feel like you found someone. You found a decent bloke. Someone who's gonna look after you. Love you. Make you feel special. Only to realise that he isn't the person you thought he was. He hurt me more than anyone else ever has. And I let it happen. Again. Joel did that to me. He just treated me like I was a piece of meat.
Quite the performance, Miss Bolton. The truth is, after what Joel Deering did to you and your son, you felt he deserved to die.
No. Don't do that. I will not let another man tear me down.
Frankie. That's his name, isn't it? Little tiny Frankie. Expelled purposefully from the womb, rendered utterly defenseless because of that man and the poison he gave you. What does that do to a mother? What did it do to you to see your baby so vulnerable, clinging to life?
It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy that he's dead. Blew it. Completely and utterly blew it. He got to me and I let him do it. I'm so stupid.
Hey, what's done is done.
I need to be with Frankie.
Even if the judge allows it, I've already told you, it's not going to look good in front of the jury.
Yeah, and if something happens to my baby, I'll never forgive myself. Please. Please. Can you not just talk to the judge? Talk to someone. Please, Maya. I'm begging you.
Hey, little man. How's it going?
He's got an infection. You know, because his immune system's so low.
Oh, mate. You can fight this, can't you? You fought worse before.
He's on antibiotics, but
I'll kick in soon. Look, this is the best possible place for him. How about you?
What about me?
Oh, is there anything that I can do or anything that might help?
They're gonna send me to prison, aren't they? I can't, Max, I can't. No one is like this. I mean, look at him, he needs me. They're just gonna find me guilty, aren't they? I mean, why did I do what I did? Why did I lose my nut? I'm just so stupid.
Right, listen to me, listen. Whatever happens, I promise you, whatever happens, I have got you and I have got Frankie, okay?
Hey.
Lauren, you know that you did everything that you could in that courtroom, don't you? Lauren.
What? I don't care. I don't want to think about it, Max. All that matters is him. He needs me. He needs my thinking, my love, my everything. Everything I've got, okay? So just stop going on about the flaming trial because I don't want to hear it.
Okay, I'll go.
No, wait. Please don't leave us. I'm sorry. Just... Look. All that matters is Frankie, okay? I just want him to be better.